saints, to maintain joy, I want y'all to listen this morning. You have to have the ability to maintain your joy even when folk get to tripping. I said when people get to tripping, you got to maintain your joy. You can't let the fact that a person is tripping out steal your joy. I'm going to preach it this morning because you have some joy killers. You have people who come and try to kill your joy. Can I teach right? In all of our families, we have some joy killers. Let me just step back and say to you, in my family, I got some joy killers. I got some folk that because they ain't happy, they really don't want you to be happy. And that's what I deem joy killers. You have some joy killers in school, young people. Folk that ain't happy about how excited you are about the things of God. And they'll try to kill your joy, young person, by calling you names. They'll try to kill your joy by picking at you. They'll try to kill your joy by telling folk you different. But don't let them kill your joy. Go ahead and step up to the plate and let them know, yeah, I'm different. What about it? I don't want to be like y'all. Because some of them are happy because of a pill. Happy because of weed. But young person, don't let them kill your joy. See, parents ought to be happy because you need to look at your children every now and then and discern where the joy coming from, who it is that's making them happy. Because as a parent, when your child come to church, but is not expressing joy, but when they do other things, they're happy, there's a problem. So I love to see young people possessing joy despite dealing with the joy killers at the schoolhouse. You say, pals, you ain't been to high school lately. You ain't been in junior high. Yeah, but I still know there are joy killers there. You hear me? Sadly, you have to deal with joy killers on the job. On the job. People that say things to you like, well, you always smile. You always acting like don't nothing go wrong. And they'll try to own that job, try to kill your joy. It ain't like you work a 30-minute shift. Come on. You got to be taught because you're working a 10-hour shift, having to deal with them joy killers for 10 hours. And some of you have the type job to where you got to stand next to them just about the entire time and only have one break room. And so even when you take your break, you may just have to sit across behind or beside that joy killer. Can I keep it real? And then sometimes it ain't the folk that you work with. You got a supervisor that's a joy killer. Ain't happy with his life, so he's determined to make everybody under him miserable. That's a joy killer. Some of y'all acting like you ain't never ran into a joy killer, but you have to recognize a joy killer so that they don't kill your joy. Is it right this morning? Is it right this morning? Some of us living with joy killers. Get off work, don't even want to go home. Why? Don't want to deal with that joy killer. You know, you have men, their shift is over, and they still standing around. Everybody else done left. And sometimes folks think, well, maybe he got to do this, and this. No, he don't want to go home because he got to deal with his wife who is a joy. And the Bible said that it's better to dwell on the housetop than to dwell in a house with an angry or contentious woman or a joy. I'd rather have anything but a joy. But that ain't the sad one. I'm just not about to deal with the sad one. You have joy killers in the church. See, this is the place where we come and we let our guard down. We come and we think we are amongst happy people. Devil is a lie. Beware of the joy killers in the church house. Folk that came, but they obviously are not happy about coming nor being here, and they try to kill your joy. Sometimes people try to break your spirit. They'll do things to break you. Do things because they want to see you sad. Want to see you down. Want to see you miss. Sometimes people say certain things to you because they want to upset you. I'm going to have to go through the back door. Yeah, I'm going to have to go through the back door. I remember even when we weren't saved, shacking. And me and Donna were split up. And I get my 2-3 trash bags of clothes. Because we split up so much. Wasn't no need in having them in drawers back then. Because when the argument went down, I just had to grab 2-3 bags and I'm out of here again. And so I decided, hey, look, I'm breaking. And if I be honest, when I look back on it, I wanted to break her. I wanted to break her spirit. And when I moved out, I called on the phone. And I said, look at here, I'm getting my church. You ain't gonna keep me from visitation. I'm going to see my church. And then to my surprise, she was like, oh, yeah, you can see them. Come get them. They are ready. I'm finna pack something right now. You can have them the entire weekend. Come on. And I get there. Knock at the apartment door. She opened the door. I wanted to see a person miserable, swole eyes, to the point where I could tell she'd been crying all night about me. No, I didn't get that. That person opened the door, was looking good, smelling good. There was an aroma in the apartment. I was like, what's going on over here? She was running around handling business. Look, Shamar needs some milk, and Meat gonna need this. So you're gonna have to get this right here. And then I'm like, hey, what's going on? I'm taking them. Who you cooking for? She like, look, I ain't got time for this. Here they are. Be on your way. When I left, it blew my mind. She was determined I wasn't gonna break her spirit. Years later, I talked to her about how she used to act. I said, what was up back then? She said, I wasn't doing nothing but showing you that I wasn't going to sit around waiting on you being sad. And she said, I got the advice from your mama. I put in action what your mama told me to do. She said, don't let him see you sad. Don't let him see you crying. Somebody better give God a praise. You can't let folk break your spirit. And I just had one word from mama back then. You dirty. But guess what? It made me get some act right in me. Some folk want to break your spirit. Let's look this morning at Sister Hannah. Let's know that 1 Samuel. You got joy killers. And women, I wasn't trying to be hard on wives now. I know some men with they power themselves. Now that can be a joy killer for a woman. Needing to know the way out, the path we need to take. Bruh, man ain't even talking. That'll kill your joy. Am I right about that? 1 Samuel. You can't let what a person does or does not do kill your joy. I'm teaching right this morning. Because there's some folk in here this morning, you are allowing what a person is saying or what a person is doing to affect your spirit in the wrong way. You got to get a deliverance over what they did, what they said, and how they acted. You have to. Or else the person will kill your joy. Now let's look at Sister Hannah in 1 Samuel. Notice 1 Samuel 1 and 4. And whenever the time came for Elkanah to make an offering, he would give portions to Peninnah, his wife, and all her sons and daughters. But to Hannah, he would give a double portion. For he loved Hannah, although the Lord had closed her womb. Notice this now. And her rival also provoked her severely to make her miserable because the Lord had closed her womb. So it was year by year when she went up to the house of the Lord that she provoked her. Therefore she wept and did not eat. Notice where Hannah showed up miserable at the church house. Because Peninnah, the Bible said, provoked her to the point to where she made Hannah miserable. Could you imagine living under the same household with a person who continually does and says things to make you miserable? And it got to Hannah to the point to where her husband, who loved her, noticed that something was going on. See, so they went up year by year, verse 7, to the house of the Lord, that she, or Peninnah, provoked her, or Hannah, that she wept and did not eat. Then Elkanah, her husband, said to her, Hannah, why do you weep? Why do you not eat? Why is your heart grieved? Am I not better to you than 10 sons? Listen, you can have some things going right in your life to the point to where if you think on these things, you'll be happy. But because of a joy killer, you won't focus on what you need to be thinking about. The only thing you're thinking about is what that joy killer said.
Thank you for watching A Word for Deliverance with Pastor Leonard Cochran of A Place of Refuge, Newnan. A Place of Refuge is located at 10 Fisher Alley in the city of Newnan, Georgia. If you would like to visit us, our worship times are every Sunday at 10:15 a.m. and Wednesdays at 7:15 p.m. To order today's message on CD, please call the church office at 770-252-3855 and reference the order number on the screen.